Hey beach divers, so today we're going to check out Seatech Ledge, which is one of our favorite places here in Dania Beach. It's one of our favorites because of the 3Ds: depth, diversity, and the lobsters. I'm not going to take any lobsters today, but we will see a lot, I expect. I saw a lot yesterday just north of here. Now today it's going to be a different type of entry because there's considerable seaweed out there. We're coming in at high tide, so there won't be any way to avoid it. But I'm going to show you what it looks like right now. You can see there's about 100 yards of seaweed before you get to any open water. And then it's shallow just beyond that, and then beyond that it starts to get blue again. So that first part where there's seaweed, will just be wading through that. In some cases swimming over it. Won't be any visibility at all. Just beyond that, very poor visibility, shallow water, and beyond that you get into the deeper water. I'm going to be swimming out about 2 pier lengths. Okay, so that pier is 900 feet long. I'll be swimming out about 1,800 feet and then dropping down, which is where the ledge is. It's called Seatech Ledge because the Seatech lab is here, and this has been a real familiar place for a long time. So I probably won't have the camera on as I go through the seaweed. I want to make sure I keep my footing. But I'll turn it on just before I get ready to drop. Again, 2 pier lengths out, a little bit of wind and waves slapping me in the back of the head. Probably going to take me 15 to 20 minutes to get that 1,800 feet out there. I will turn on the camera then. I'll let it follow along as we do the dive. There's 2 sections I'm particularly looking at. One is the ledge itself, which goes from about 25 feet at the bottom up to about 14 feet from the surface. And then about 50 yards closer to shore from that, after you go over a bare patch, there's a really beautiful reef. It's called we call it the garden patch. And it's just full of life, a lot of brain corals, a lot of coral heads there, some old and some that are still thriving. We'll show you all that and as much as we can elsewhere. Hope you enjoy the dive. Stay tuned. I'll turn you back on just a second. Look at all this sargassum. Nice and thick. Good food and cover for the sea turtles. Makes a soupy mess out of the surf, but that's certainly tolerable for us who appreciate the sea life and all that the sargassum does. Still upright, still walking through it. In just a minute I'm going to be sticking on my fins and then kicking out. Beautiful day, by the way. You can see some of the afternoon storms are gathering up there to the north, a little bit to the west of us, but all around us, clear blue sky, seagulls flying over, pelicans. It's just a great day to dive. All right, see you out there. It's been about 10 minutes since I left the shore. The wind has picked up a little bit and it's turned to the northeast, which along with the current is causing me to have to adjust my bearing so I don't get blown too far south. You can see that I am just about level with the end of the pier, maybe a little bit beyond it. So another 10 minutes I should be 2 pier lengths out and ready to drop. I've been kicking along for about 20 minutes, singing happy songs to myself, wishing I had somebody to be out here with and talk to, but nobody was available today, so it's just me and the sea and hopefully a lot of critters down below. You can see that I am just about 2 pier lengths out. I'm going to drop here in a minute. The water is considerably deeper and darker in hue. You can tell from the beach. That just tells you that it's deeper. It's a little bit clearer, so I can see down the 22, 23, 24 feet that we are right now. I have just a little bit further to go. But let's see. Let's take a look. I didn't see anything before. Oh yeah, just about there. Look at the bare spot now. So rather than fight these waves anymore, because they picked up and the wind is blowing me off course. I don't know what the current is going to be down below. Yesterday, about 2 miles north of here, it was moving towards the north, but I've been blown towards the south here just now. Oftentimes it can go both ways. You can have north current on the surface and south current down below. You never know. You can only find out when you get there. So without further ado, let's get things swapped over here. Here's the camera. Grab the rig. Must be close. Dive, dive, dive. This is one of the saddest dives I've ever done. I was so sorry to see the state of the reef in Dania Beach, which quite obviously was a result of uncontrolled dumping of sand on the beach that made itself out onto the reef. At this point, halfway out the pier, there used to be the prettiest little reef under there. Limestone base with coral, gorgonians, soft corals, hard corals, ledges for habitat, all covered over by God knows how much sand. I tried to dig down to some of it. You can see some of the stems of soft coral that were dead all the way down. Just deplorable, absolutely deplorable. I'm actually going to post an advisory to divers to avoid Dania Beach. The very few lobsters I found were undersized. The lack of habitat is profound. There used to be so much out here, so much sea life, so much reef life, and so much reef, but it no longer exists. It's covered under several feet of sand and silt. The reef is unhealthy, what's left of it, because the fish that usually keep a reef healthy are no longer able to live there. It's unsustainable. So it's basically just a dead reef, a trash reef, and I'm sorry to say what I saw today was just absolutely inexcusable. Very sad to go back to a place that you used to love to dive and see it turn to trash. Sorry to see it.